apparent and important traits of the Muslim society is being organized. Is the organization and the discipline that's embedded in everything we have. Discipline that keeps things intact and makes things more fruitful and productive. And if we look at the very apparent symbol of that is the congregational prayers, is the Salatul Jam'ah, is the prayers that we hold in the masjid, where we have a leader and people who line up behind the Imam. And this is very important indicator for us to understand that things are not random or go in an ad hoc or haphazard matter. That things are well organized. And the Prophet ﷺ directed our attention to that, and he said, إِنَّمَا جُعِلَ الْإِمَامُ لِيُؤْتَمَّ بِهِ. The Imam is meant to be followed. So whenever there is an Imam, you follow. And the Imam is the one who leads the Salah, the one who leads the prayers. And we take this example to apply it to other Imams. There is Imam in the home, there is Imam in the country, there is Imam in the company. So we are well organized. There is meant to be a leader who is to care for the group, to look for their best interest, and to follow properly the rules, to lead them to the best outcome. The Imam in the Salah needs to have conditions. It's not anyone who can jump and lead the Salah. Just like not anyone can lead the Ummah, or anyone who can lead the home or the company. Should have a certain criteria and should have a minimum, at least sometimes. A minimum criteria. For example, the Imam in the Salah, in the congregation, in the Jama'at, the Imam has to have certain conditions. Usually, these conditions are well known to the majority of the people. And some of these we will share today. In the Salah, the Imam, first of all, he needs to know what it means to be Imam. How to lead the Salah. Needs to have proper wudu. His Salah has to be correct in the first place, so that the Salah of everyone else has to be then correct. If the Imam, for example, Salah is null, then the whole Salah is null and void. So the Imam's Salah should be correct. The Imam should have the knowledge of how to lead, should have the minimum of the Quran, should know how to recite Al-Fatiha properly, should know what is obligatory of the Salah, should know what to do in case he is faced with problems in the Salah. Some of the issues that come, if the Imam lost his wudu, what to do? If the Imam remembers he didn't have wudu, if the Imam makes a mistake, forgot to sit for the tashahhud, what to do? The Imam should have the fiqh, the knowledge, the understanding, what and how to do it. For example, if the Imam lost his wudu in the Salah, what to do? He just will run away and leaves the place, the gap. The proper behavior in this situation, if the Imam lost his wudu in the Salah, or remembered he didn't have wudu, what to do? He should turn back and take one of the followers from the first line and bring him to be the Imam. Because the position of the Imam should not be vacant. So the Imam should bring someone as an Imam, and the person behind should understand that when the Imam pulls him to be the Imam, what to do as well, to take the leadership. And the people behind should know also that they should fill the gap where that person left it. This one situation, we can apply it elsewhere in our society. Wherever there is an imam, we should be ready to support that imam, that leader. And in case there is a gap, there is a vacancy, we should know how to fill the vacancy. If you take it at home, for example, usually the father is the imam at home, right? Should know what it means to be the imam and the leader of the home. The leader of the home is not someone who's having a stick and leading everyone. It's a person who has the kindness and the understanding and the means to lead. Is the one who spends from his money, his effort, his love and kindness to lead the people. And this is the most beloved imam. Is the one who cares most for his people, right? Whether that's the father, the mother, the khalifa, the king, the president, the minister, the head of the company, should have this. Then people will love that person, will pray for that person and will support him. And when there is a gap, they know what to do. This is why the father should make sure his children, he gives them the chance to lead and to know how to be independent. So if the father is away for travel or for permanent, passed away, died, they would know what to do. This house will not be lost. If the imam disappears for a temporary or long term, right? The imam in the salah, if he makes a mistake, right? The imam is a human being, right? And could make mistakes. The imam could be the head of the state or could be the leader in the salah. Could make mistakes. Does that mean, he's disqualified immediately for the leadership? No, not necessarily. The imam could make mistakes in the salah. And the common mistake is they will forget some verses of the Quran. He's reading, for example, أَلَمْ نَشْرَحْ لَكَ صَدْرَكَ, and he forgot the next ayah. And he keeps repeating it, waiting for someone in the back to remind him, right, of the next verse. So we should not take this as a nullification of the salah. No, it's not. It doesn't nullify the salah if the imam makes a mistake. There is a way to correct it. How? The people behind him should give him the next verse if they know it, right? And if he makes a mistake and he goes from one surah to another, right? If it's a grave mistake that changes the meaning, we should correct him. For example, he brings the good people to hellfire, or he brings the bad people to Jannah. Now we need to correct it. If the verse is talking about the people of paradise, and then they will go to hell. No, he mixed the verses. So you correct it. How you correct it as a follower, you just say the correct one. If he doesn't hear it, repeat it once, twice, and that's it. Right? Or if he makes another mistake, for example, he makes one sujood, and he stands up. Forgot the second sujood. The second sujood is a must, right? You make 2 sujood in each rak'ah, correct? The imam makes one and stands up as the next rak'ah. He forgot one sujood. This is not a sunnah of the salah. This is a part of the salah. Then you should tell him. You should tell him he forgot the sujood. How? As a follower, use the minimum expressions to tell him, you forgot the sujood. But you don't start a whole conversation in the salah. No, you just tell him, you forgot the sujood. Nasita sujood. As-sujood. Or you just say subhanallah first. Right? You say subhanallah. If the imam realizes his mistake, it's fine. If not, then you tell him explicitly, you forgot the sujood, right? Or similar, you forgot ruku', especially when he forgets something, which is part of the salah. Pillars are wajib, rukun from the salah. What if the imam forgot to sit for the tashahhud, the first one? But the first tashahhud, if you forgot to sit for the first tashahhud in al-maghrib or al-dhuhr or al-asr or al-isha, right? And he stands up, what to do? In that case, you remind him by saying subhanallah, but he would not go back and do it, because that part is finished, right? That sitting is finished once the imam stands up, and the imam needs to make 2 sujood at the end to make it up, because we call that as sunnah of the salah, the first tashahhud, right? If the imam yet did not stand up fully, he can sit down, but once he stands up, he shouldn't come back for it, but he should come back if he forget the sujood, for example. And if he does not, he needs to make a new rak'ah to make up for that rak'ah, because that rak'ah, which had 1 sujood, is null and void. You got that? We need to know this as Muslims. If you forget the ruku', you gotta do it, or you gotta make a new rak'ah and then make the sujood at the end twice to make up. If you forget sujood, you need to make it, or make another rak'ah to make it up. If you forget and pray 3 rak'ahs instead of 4, or 5 instead of 4. Someone told me he made 8 instead of 4. I can't believe, you make 1 rak'ah extra, but not 5, not 3. That person must have, it was maybe the end of the month and they were closing or something. Or maybe he was waiting for the salary payment. So he lost it completely. So if you make counting mistake, does that nullify your salah? No, it does not nullify your salah. You build on the least. If you have doubt, did I pray 3 or 4 for a prayer that is 4? Then you build on the 3 because you're sure you prayed 3. Then you make the 4th, which could be the 5th, and then at the end you make sujood twice. We call it sujood as-sahw, the forgetting sujood. Because you forgot, then you make sujood twice to make up for that, and then make taslim. Brothers, this is discipline. This is organization, which we have embedded in everything we do. As a result, we should not expect to see Muslims, especially Muslims, not well organized in everything they do. Not well organized when they line up in any place, in the bank, in any place where you have to wait for your turn, in the hospital, whatever. Everyone knows, or maybe at the bakery, or at the grocery, or the cashier, you just line up, give those priority who came first. You do it your own way. You don't have someone to police you. You don't have to have an usher or a security person to stand there to tell you to take your turn because you're Muslim. Because you are observing the amana. And part of the amana is you take your turn, don't take someone else's turn. Part of our discipline is when we park our cars. I park my car in one spot, not in 2 or 3. When there are places. So I give room to someone else. And if I'm young and able, I can park it a little bit far away and leave the close ones to the elderly. Or the people who are in a hurry. If I need to park and buy something, leave it for those who are in real hurry. And then you can park 10 meters away or 20 meters away. You can go and park in the parking building, not in front of the shops, where these people expect more customers. Because you care for your brother, so they can make more business. Because you consider it, because it's part of your amana, right? We are disciplined ummah. When we do anything, we are well organized. We don't yell and scream in the masjid. We don't raise our voices, not only in the masjid, but even outside, when we talk, when we converse, when we discuss. We don't make havoc everywhere. We don't settle our issues with guns and knives. We are always quiet, and we always find excuses for one another. My brother who promised to call me back and he never called. He's careless. Oh, he's careless and he doesn't even. Why should I not think maybe he had another excuse that made him not to call me back? Why my sister didn't do that? Why my father? Why my neighbor? Maybe he has an excuse that I'm not aware of. So you'd better make a mistake and think good of your fellow brother than making evil thinking. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن. Or you who believe, avoid most of suspicion, because some of it is evil. إن بعض الظن إثم. So you will fall into that evil unless you avoid a lot of it. Sometimes we just rush to judge people. We judge them. So when the Imam makes a mistake, any Imam, he's ignorant. Oh, he's whatever. No, we're all human. We're susceptible to make mistakes. We're not infallible. No one but the Prophet Muhammad. All the prophets are infallible, but not us. We make mistakes. And Allah wants us to repent. And this is our nature. So, like the Imam Shafi'i said, find your brother's excuses because you are full of mistakes. And if you look for people's shortfalls, there are more people to find your shortfalls. I'm one person, you're too many. You can attack me easy. If I'm going to look for people's shortfalls, people will look for my own shortfalls. And Allah is easily will expose me to you. Don't you want Allah to cover you? ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم? Allah said, وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفَحُوا. He's talking to the believers. He said, let them pardon and forgive the believers, one another. And this came, you know what? This came to talk about the people who were slandering his daughter, Abu Bakr, Sayyida Aisha, our mother, the purest of the purest women ever, of the most honest people. She was accused of the fahisha, of zina. She was the wife of the Prophet, our mother, our beloved, the daughter of Abu Bakr. About that, Allah is talking. He's saying, be forgiving and pardon those who slandered her. Don't you like Allah to pardon and forgive you? أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. So even to that extent. So what about other people who are less than Aisha? What about people who are better than you and me? Better than Misbah and Zainab, the sister of Zainab. Those who slandered Aisha. Allah has given us the guidelines how to be disciplined and honest. This is how to make our society clean and strong, the Muslim society. It's not even targeted to Muslims, to everyone. To everyone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of the clear punishments is to slander people. الذين يرمون المؤمنات المحصنات. Those who slander the believing women and accuse them of sins they did not commit, they have set punishment in Islam. The set punishment is only in 4 cases. In such case, like slandering the pure, in murder, in stealing, and in alcohol drinking. These are set punishment to protect the society from the evils of such things, to make the Muslim society as clean, as strong, and unique in such things. These are the lessons we learn from having discipline in our society. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen our society with love and good thinking, and we should try our best to find excuses to one another and to learn the etiquettes of Imamship, if I could lead, or leadership. اللهم اجعل هذا البلد آمنا مستقرا وسائر بلاد المسلمين. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help and protect our brothers in Iraq, especially brothers, and in Syria, and in Yemen, and Palestine, all around. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Pray for them. They are in grave need for our prayers and our sincere dua to all the Muslims in this land and all the lands. Ya Rabbil Alameen. وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.